All right, I'm getting kind of tired of this thing sitting up here. So there's still a few things I want to rob off of it before I go find its forever home out somewhere out of the way. But yeah, this is what we're after today. Rim for my other 1365, because the one of them is about to leave us from this world. So that's what we're gonna do, hopefully today. At least get the tire mounted. So here we go. Welcome back. If you haven't seen my videos before, I'm Ross the Oliver Man. This is our Parch 1365, and I have since gotten this rim ready for tire mounting. I cleaned it up. I finally got that other tire off, which was a struggle. It had a rusty valve stem hole. I welded all that up and fixed it like we did to that other one. Painted her with some gloss black. And then I thought, what is my procedure going to be here to continue? Should I take the rim off and then clean up the inside and paint it, or what? Then I thought, well, it's going to be rolling around on the ground and scuffing this and getting dirty. So I am going to put the tire on. I painted the edges with silver around right next to where the tire would be. I'm going to mount the tire on, take the rim off. The tire will hold it off the ground, and then I can work on the inside of the rim and get it cleaned up and whatever. I don't know that I really would have had to do that. This tire isn't that great, but it could be on there for a lot of years. I don't know. I mean, it's a pretty good tire. It's got some cracking in it from like tires do when they get old, but it's a better mate to what's on the other side of the other tractor. And the Izukati tire that's on there, I just don't know about that. So it's going to go away. It's going to just stay on that rusted out rim. I might just roll that in the corner somewhere and keep it for an emergency spare in case, you know, it would blow out or something on the road. A guy could just jack it up real quick, take 5 bolts loose, put the other one on and drive it home. So that's the plan here. Well, I wasn't really thinking, I guess. I think these locks are loose. I should probably check that before we do anything else, because if we need to heat it, now would be the time, better than when it's on the tire. You know what I mean? Let me get a wrench real quick and we'll try that. Here I thought I was so prepared and I forgot all about these locks. But I think they're gonna come loose. Okay, if they come that loose, they'll come loose. So let's see if this one will. Yes, good deal. They might be in exactly the right spot, but I want my stuff to actually spin out, so if it needs to. Okay, we're good to go. So we'll take that off, and then I'll take those locks totally off, clean that stuff up, paint, anti-seize, whatever has to be done, and then we're good to go. Boy, I like how I accumulate stuff. These, you might be wondering, what in the world are those? Well, I had a guy call me and say, I got some stuff that you need. And one of the things was these. He asked if I had any use for. They are hydraulic jacks that the power company used to use to pull, you know, 80-foot poles out of the ground or whatever. And he said they will lift almost anything. So, you know, I got almost nothing in them. It's worth a try. I need to do some work on my barn, which will require lifting. And he said that would probably lift the whole barn. So, easy. So, anyway, you got a foot plate you can do there, or they got a hole in them. You could put a rod through and mount them to something. I think that they will be, you know, they will find a use at some point for some project. It's going to take a lot of oil to fill them as you run it out of the tractor or whatever. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to. I just need to put them in a better place. But they were in my way on the back of the truck the other day, so I just unloaded them real quick. But yeah, back to this. All right, will this work? Well, nothing else in our life works. Why would this? We're gonna need this and our hammer, so we need to have those both handy. This is actually not the way I would prefer to do this, because it's kind of tilted back, but beggars can't be choosers, I suppose. I'm wondering here, let me check this other side real quick. Yeah, let me give them a little bit of a okay, roll her over, roll her over. Like I said, it'd be handy to have my hammer close by. Gotta figure out where we need to be. Oh. Come on. Okay. Can we reach the hammer? We're going. Come on. Come on. Just had to pull my tool out. That's all it took. Sometimes if you pull out, it works great. Alright, now we got to get our tube put in there. Ooh. We don't need it on there like that yet. Stop it. Stop it. Okay. Alright. Trick is to get it mounted up before a mouse gets in the box and chews a hole in your tube. I had that happen once years ago, and that is sad. Okay. Now, I think we're good there. We just need to get our stuff all mounted up here. Okay. Fine. Okay. Not very interesting for you, but you know. Okay, let's do it this way. Okay, there we go. Kind of. Not really, but kind of. I really need the other bar. Instead of... There we go. We're coming along. We just have to get the rest of this to flip over there. If that's a good view for you or not. Old tires are not necessarily the easiest to mount because they're stiff. That'll go on there. Take small bites, just like your mommy taught you. There you go. There. That's all it takes. Now, we'll get the old air compressor and inflate it. And then we should be good to go. So I'll go get that fired up and then I'll be right back. That fell over. That's okay. Promise we haven't been drinking yet. That'll come later. My paint did not react well. The silver with the gloss black, so that's why it's looking kind of sloppy-ish around here. But we'll fix that when we clean her up for good. Right now, I just wanted to get where we can actually get this tire off of the tractor. Somebody did not do well with wheel bolts on this, as I'm pretty sure the originals have a flat washer on them. So they just wedged her in and hammered her home. And they didn't have two of them, so they thought that was good enough. I also don't know what's behind here, never having had one off, but to me it looks like there is in fact a Oliver made adapter between, I'm just assuming underneath of here is probably some goofy Fiat bolt pattern, and they changed it to an American style pattern. But we'll find that out whenever we take this off, because I've never had one off before. Yeah, let's give it a minute. It'll catch up. Luckily, it looks like someone's had this off in recent times, so that means we'll probably be able to get it off of there. And then on the other tractor, we're going to take the center off so I can clean that up and paint it so that I have actual clover white centers instead of silver, because I think my centers are silver. So somebody painted everything silver when they worked on it once. All right. We are now fully seated on both sides. So let's let the air out, so the tube can find its happy place. Let's see what we got. With our tire gauge, it's probably not accurate, because nobody reminds me to go buy a new one. Nothing. Nothing. Let's try some more. Then it'll probably have 50 pounds in it as soon as I try it the next time, because the gauge lied to us. We want it about there or so. I don't know. I think I'm going to quit here, and then we can air it up on the other tractor, because I ain't getting nothing. Yeah, I don't know that this is any good anymore. So we're going to leave that there, because it's inflated, so it ain't going to dismount. So we will get us a new tire gauge and double check. But that part of this affair is done. All right, now it's time for sadness, probably. Let's see if we can get these off. I figure we'll get the new looking ones off if I have consistent sizes. But now that's why a minute ago I couldn't get this. Yeah, that one's a different size. That's fine. Okay, we're doing good so far. Let's see. Okay. For whatever reason, somebody has used one that has 1 1/4 inches, and the other ones are 1 1/8 inches. Let me go get the 1 1/4 inch socket. We'll save all these bolts, even though I don't know that we'll use them. We'll see what happens. All right. Well, that man, it's gonna turn. There, fooled it. All right, now with any luck, we'll throw it on top of ourselves and then lay here and die. So let's see if that happens. Got to get some wedges pulled out of it. And I messed up already. You know why? Because they were loose. I should have done that number right there. We'll probably use these wedges too, because they look better than my wedges I looked at. There's that. How are we doing? Now that should be loose. Or not. Okay, let's just do exactly the opposite of the correct thing. Well, there's something fell out there somehow, somewhere. Come off of here. I didn't want to do that, but fine. Just lay on the ground then. Oh, now it's tight again. That's nice. That's what we wanted. One way or the other, pal, you're coming off of here. Whether you like it or not. Get out. Alright. Back away. Alright, well, this is getting less and less all the time. It may be easier to just take it all the way apart and set it on pallets. I was going to try to keep it intact, but there's not much tact left to it, so I don't know. But here, we now have our freshly demounted rim. Let's see if we can throw it on top of ourselves. We haven't done that yet. No, what I had in mind was I want to try to get those locks out right quick, and then we will clean up and paint. Well, let's see. Will this work? Seems like it will. I'm amazed how nice they're coming out. That must mean the next one won't. And as previously discussed, the point of these is that when you're plowing or in a hard pull, that your rim doesn't accidentally spin in or out. So you put these in there and then they hold it right wherever you set it. And these are supposed to be easily changed. You know, whenever you want to spin it out, you just move the one lock back and then you roll the wheel against it, and then you move the other lock in and trap it wherever it is. So, but yeah, that is a lot cleaner than I've seen them before. So. Let's see. There we go. Now she's coming loose. I guess I could have showed you this better, so I will on this one. But the way these are made, they slip over the rail, but then they've got threads in one part, and the other part is just a pin, and the pin is what goes through the hole and pins this block. You know what I'm saying. Good deal. We got those loose. So now we'll just clean this feller up and silverize it in there, and then it will be ready for going back on. As always, if you enjoy my videos, give them a thumbs up. Leave a comment and tell me how dumb you think I am. Or if by some slim chance you liked it, say that. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.